And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Able to spin free. And he is knocked down from the side at the 33. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First down, this is Rawls. Room here to run. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
14,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action with Wilson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now Wilson on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Zach Brown in there to bury him for a loss of 11. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Looking for Baldwin. Intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Following the interception, Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down, here's Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On third down, Cousins. And this will be a dump off for Kelly. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's brought in by Doxson. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doxson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are going to take the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead. And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Complete. Richardson has it. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 47-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Throwing now. Wilson on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, Wilson.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Play clock winding down. Now Wilson. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
Oh, and now he bowls him over, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On the ground, it's Thompson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Again, a run with Thompson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Cousins to throw. He's got the 1st down and more past the 40. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the 1st here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you've also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Thompson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Cousins here to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Here's Cousins. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing, Cousins. Pryor has it complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. One last shot for Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Oh, my, it was up for grabs. Now no time on the clock. And an extra point will send us to overtime.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And here's Wilson to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's Wilson to throw. Rolling to his right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to... Oh, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Now it's Wilson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Richardson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a toss. This is Rawls. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Quick hitch, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So on now is Blair Walsh. This to win it in overtime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And we will play on here in overtime. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Michael Bannon in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Second down, Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the 1st. On 2nd down, Rawls. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Wilson to give to Rawls. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it, rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Wilson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great